with people what you're doing there, especially the Drink Illinois series, because I see Big Daddy Mojo's in the house now too, and he's in Illinois as well, and just some of the stuff that you're kind of doing with that.
Yeah, like, and it just started on a whim a couple weeks ago when I did my anniversary show, but I wanted to focus more. I mean, I still do beers from all over, but like maybe one beer during the podcast and then on videos to do more stuff in the state. So, I grabbed the list as comprehensive as I could. There's over 200 breweries here, and I want to hit as many of them, or if I'm not going to go to them, have some of the beer, here at the house. I want to include different like bars and taverns, because for a lot of us, that's like the place we, notice beer for the first time. So I don't want to like exclude them, and maybe some liquor stores, and try to get as much in the state as I can. I came up with a cool logo design for that. It's getting a little traction. And then, I mean, it's a big state. I can't get to all of them. Some places are just nano breweries and they don't distribute, they don't can. So I'm trying to like working on getting a couple friends of mine, like, hey, if you want to go drink it, I'll put your logo up on the screen, or I'll include everything in the audio podcast. Plug away. If you have a beer that I can't get to and you think they're good and want to talk about in Illinois,
right,
by all means, hit me up and we'll make it happen.
There you go. So make sure again to check out Dave's channel there, Beer in Front, as he does that and explores some fantastic beers. We all know Illinois has some great breweries throughout the state, and they're doing some good stuff there in the beer area. And then Ray, like with the alcohol. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And the other thing, because Ray's here too, that, I was talking to you about earlier today, Rod, trying to get, I don't know if there's a way, and I don't know where, like, we should go with this, but I'm thinking there needs to be more of like a group of people like us. We're not showing our titties on Instagram. We're just like people that like beer. And
I mean, I could.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
I'll put my Italian Speedo on and talk about beer.
Nobody wants my B cups. I'm just saying.
But I don't know if it's like a group or an organization where, like, I've had people on my show, I've fed some people over to Rod, trying to hook me up with that other brewery. Kind of like a group or an organization where we kind of look out for each other. Hey, if like, like we were talking today about Elgato, if there's like tips for YouTubers or audio podcasts like I do. So I grabbed the logo, which I, shared with Rod J, kind of like a beer media group where, hey, I work with some PR people, which I'm sure all of you do. We could say, hey, you know what? I got a guy in Baltimore. I've got a guy in Canada. I've got a guy here. I've got a guy there. If you want to spread your message about beer. So that's in like the back of my head. I came up with a logo. Can I share it on here, Rod?
Yeah, you can share it on here.
What is it under present?
Yep. You got to share it, then I got to present it, I think. Yeah. So once you,
let me see.
Go to present.
Okay.
Share file, and then I can link it up.
Upload file. I got too many windows open up here with the NCAA, so hold on one second. I'm thinking about it here.
It sounds like my days at work. I got 3 screens going and about 47 tabs. So
yeah. I just got 3 screens going, and I feel like after a point you get so used to it, you're like, I can still use another screen. I can use another screen. Like, I mean, I definitely want to get to the point. Where was it? What was the Tom Cruise movie when he was the cop going back in time?
Oh shit! This will only let me do PDFs, and I only have it saved as an image file here. So, give me a minute, and I'll save it as a PDF.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the movie when he went back to like catch crimes in the past before they actually happened.
I want to say Time Cop. That wasn't Tom Cruise, was it?
No, it wasn't that one. It was.
I'm not sure.
It might have been Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know when I say it, people be like, "Oh yeah, that one." Someone might be saying in the comments by the time I type this in. Minority
That's
Report.
Exactly what it is.
Minority Report. And so,
yes.
and it's like one of the scenes that he has like all the different screens in front, he's just moving stuff all around. Like I want something like that where I could just pull this down, pull that down. But he has like 8 screens he's pulling information from, which would be pretty cool.
I talked to our IT guy into getting us a whole bunch of 32-inch curved monitors for all of us at work. It's just it makes life so easy. We've all got a 27-inch in front of us. We've got our laptops, and then we got a 32-inch curve that it just makes the workflow so much better.
Oh yeah, I got 2. I don't say like maybe like 24 inches or whatever, but I got like a laptop in the middle of them. So we run our computer stuff on the 2 main screens, and they're like, "Oh, but put Teams on your laptop because Teams just screws everything up." So we had to put that on the laptop.
Teams is a disaster.
It is.
Our IT guys moved us all over to Teams, and it's so funny because we still, in my department, in the sales team, we've got a Skype chat that we use all the time, and IT gets so upset with us. They're like, "No, you can do all that on Teams." It's like, yeah, but then you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the laptop I'm using right now is actually my work laptop.
Yeah.
And because I got a nice gaming PC up in the office that we use for stuff, but I was just happened to be looking at some stuff, waiting for my wife to come out of a meeting that she's in, and I was like, I'll jump and see what Rod J's doing. So I'm on the work laptop, and I was like, you know what, this thing actually works all right.
Yeah. I got a Surface they got for our work laptop. They do work nicely.
IT guys at my place do not like the Surfaces. Our sales team wanted them. They bought 12, and I think there's 4 that still work. The charging thing is busted off. They're not road worn.
Well, mine stays stable, so I don't have to go anywhere with it. But
they're
different
cool
types.
There's
Different
my
types
kid's got one. Yeah, my kid's got a Surface. She loves it. So,
well, there's different types of like the one I have a personal one that my wife didn't want anymore that I actually took over, where you can split it off to the tablet, right? Yep. The one I have for work, you can't split off to a tablet, so it's more like a laptop type version. So there's different ones they have there.
Okay. This laptop they got me from work. It's an Asus. It's the Expert Book, but the whole thing it flips back into a tablet mode. It does all this stuff. It's an i7 12th gen, 32 gigs of RAM. It'd be like $47,000 Canadian and like $599 US, but
that conversion rate, damn. Yeah,
it kills us.
But Dave's gonna get a couple comments here. Big Daddy sipping on a Hot Butcher Peak Mosaic Triple IPA 10.5. Very nice, my friend.
Hot Butcher for the world. I love that place.
Yeah, they are freaking awesome.
Oh, they took such good care of us when we were down there for the Brew Tubers in Chicago. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do a good job. Well, when I came in town, Dave was with me as well, and a couple other guys that I knew there. And we met up with JT and Liz, and we had a blast there. So I was the only YouTuber. Well, Dave came in, but I don't think they knew Dave was a YouTuber. But they didn't have the place card stuff. They took care of us when we were there for sure, though.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not like I'm not a YouTuber like you guys are. I just do little clips. So
but you got the podcast type stuff you're doing too. I mean, if people know you around Illinois and Chicago now for the beer stuff. And
that's how we came across Bad Apple was coming out of Hot Butcher.
That Bad Apple. Oh, best burger I've had in years. I tell you that. Yeah. Oh, you changed it up a little bit, I think there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like it.
I'm thinking like what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably change the font to more of a typewriter font for people like there's writers out there, and then maybe put like around the top and bottom like a film strip for people that do video. So it'll encompass everything and just kind of like, I don't know, like a group organization, a resource group where, we could share leads, share tips, like video tips, audio tips, whatever. So that's kind of what I'm kicking around right now.
Yeah, it looks great, man. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I told Dave earlier, in the back of my mind, I have been actually working on a few things, kind of thinking and trying to put together a group that's kind of a brain trust type stuff where we can kind of have the same type of thing Dave's kind of driving toward, where key people that are really deep into the beer type thing, where we have opportunities to share great ideas and look to maybe get stuff formulated. So if I'm talking to, for instance, like when I had Linda on from Mad River, who's out in California, great interview stuff with her, but her story needs to be told more by people I know in California too, right? To get people into that brewery. Or if I have someone on from Hot Butcher, like Dave and Mal and all them need to be able to tell a story on their channels more. So being able to have some type of consortium where we can get everybody all together and stuff. So I think it's a good idea.
Like, I grabbed the domain because I saw nobody had Beer Media Group. So, I just grabbed it for $12 just to hold on to it just now.
Yeah.
But like, if we do something like everybody has like a separate page, okay, hey, listen, I'm Rod J. I'm based out of Baltimore. This is what I do. I'm Ray. This is the Alconauts. This is what we do out of Canada, where even like PR people or breweries could look, okay, I know I want to get my word out to Canada. I'm going to go click on the Alconauts. I need to do something on the East Coast. I'll click on Rod J. If I need something in the Midwest here, and then, try to like branch out, which, might make it easier on brewery people and PR people as well.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I can definitely see an opportunity with it. And I think there's something to actually be done for sure. So we definitely need to have those conversations. And for those of you that are watching that have the channels, Joe and I just saw Bill came in from Beer Hounds. He's out with OC in California, but people that have stuff, there might be something you want to consider if we do put something together to be a part of, because it might be an opportunity to kind of swing some things your way for material and stuff.
What a lot of us like, none of this is a competition. We just like beer and we like talking about it, whether it's on like me with a podcast on video like you guys. So it's not a competition. So if we could like spread the wealth, like, okay, I've got this person coming on from this place. Hey, why don't you go talk to Rod J? Why don't you talk to Ray? Talk to Todd, talk to everybody. That'll help like get the word out for their products, help us with content. Yeah, it doesn't, we're all in this together. We're all a little side hustle trying to get a few free beers out of the world.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely some opportunities.
Yeah.
No.
I can take care of that.
And let's welcome Shannon in. Let's welcome Shannon and everybody, because we got
Shannon.
We got little tipsy Shannon, which is always great to have on here. Maybe a little tipsy, maybe a little, maybe I don't know. Shannon, a little.
As a judge.
That's not true. Go ahead, Ray.
I was just gonna say to sort of add into what Dave's saying, like just doing simple things. Like I discovered tonight while we're on here, I'm actually sharing now what we're doing on our YouTube channel. I linked the StreamYard to the Alconauts YouTube channel.
And I meant to mention that earlier.
Broadcasting over there too.
Yeah, I didn't mention it earlier, and I should have. But yeah, whenever you come on, you can set up like this. So Dave wanted to link this to his Beer in Front and do this. When Mal comes on every week, she links it right over to her channel. So there's a way you can actually do that and be able to build up there too. Yeah.
I wasn't going to mention anything because I was just going to be kind of sneaky about it and then apologize later, right? So
no, it's great. No, I want people to do it. So actually, I
not permission.
100%.
You should be in sales, because that's what we say in sales all the time.
I used to sell used cars, guys, so you can't get one by me.
And you say, I didn't know I couldn't do that. Can you forgive me? I didn't know I couldn't do that. That's my mistake.
That's wrong. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's right.
So I just gotta. You switched over to that crazy beer, Rod, and I'm keeping it non-beer tonight. I just pulled this out of the fridge.
Ooh. Okay.
From Dylan's Small Batch Brewing. This is just like 20 minutes up the highway from me. These guys do some killer distilling.
Okay.
They put together amazing. I wish I actually had pulled some images down. I didn't think I was going to get into this tonight, but they do these amazing.
You never know in this show what you're going to get into.
Yeah. I thought I'd be in bed by now. I got to go to work in the morning. I work from home today. I'm in the office tomorrow, but
that's a tomorrow problem, not a today problem.
100%. I like that girl.
Yes.
but yeah, so we actually use Dylan's where I work. I work in a convention center right now in the events industry, and we gift a lot of our clients. And they put together these amazing gift boxes where it's the distilled spirits and all the fixings to make a cocktail.
Oh, sweet.
Like they do a Moscow Mule. They do all sorts of stuff. They do seasonal stuff, and they give you all of the ingredients except for the non-alcoholic like liquids that you might need. But if it's got honey in it, they give you honey. If it's got dehydrated lime in it, they give you the dehydrated limes. They give you the candied they're amazing little gift boxes, and I think they're like $65 a box.
Oh wow,
which is pretty dang cheap because they give you a full bottle of product plus the stuff.
Okay.
So
nice.
So how do we get one?
Is that Canadian or is that American?
Well, when you guys come up to Niagara, I will figure out a way to get you guys up to the distillery.
There you go.
Sweet.
But speaking of gin, because I was going to ask earlier,
Whew.
I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to probably pick it up. Has anybody tried the Snoop and Dre gin and juice drinks?
I had it here a couple weeks ago.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Is that a new thing?
Yeah. It's a new thing. They have like a variety 4-pack out, and it's pretty good. I will say it's like the citrus would probably be my favorite, but there's like a passion fruit, a mango, and I forget what the other one is, but they're pretty solid.
But what took so long?
Yeah, you
Money,
can't just.
Snoop Dogg and
Dre.
Dr. Dre didn't have. I mean, I feel.
Well,
like
I mean, they got other projects and stuff they're doing, so you know.
They
And
were waiting.
Somebody's got to brew it and make it and pay them the money to slap their name on it.
You're right, pretty much.
But I mean, Snoop took over the Death Record name like a couple years ago, so having gin and juice under it makes sense. Yeah.
Rod, do you think that Snoop Dogg is as cool as he seems?
I think he's at this point. I mean, he's like 60-something years old, so he's pretty laid back. But
laid back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'd have told me like in 1992 or 93 when they were doing deep cover like him and Dre that Snoop was gonna be hanging out with Martha Stewart at some point, I'd be like, you gotta be crazy. Like, why would Snoop hang out with Martha Stewart? Right? I didn't know way that's gonna happen.
Stewart went to prison. The resort prison, but you know, it was. I'm sure it was very hard for her.
That's when she became a G, though, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think he laid back. I mean, I think it's just funny that he tells the story about him when him and Willie Nelson tried to smoke weed and he had to tap out.
Yeah.
He had to tap out because Willie was too hardcore. Willie was killing him with the weed. Like,
So,
Willie's 90.
You ever listen to Howard Stern?
Not in a long time.
Not in a long time. I haven't, but yeah.
So I was listening to him today, and
Casey Musgrave.
yeah, do you know who Casey
Casey
Musgraves is?
I don't.
Yeah, she's a country singer, but she's
what I was gonna say,
very
too.
like chill, liberal country singer. And she was on Howard Stern, and she was like, her and Willie Nelson, I don't know where they met up at, but she was smoking one of his joints also.
Yeah.
And I think she took like a couple of
said,
puffs.
yeah, she kept half of it to keep as a souvenir.
Well, she's got
or
like
whatever
it. She framed it and it's at her home.
to put it
like,
on her.
the other half of the joint, like framed it.
Well, who was the one country singer? Because I've actually checked out a couple of her. Lainey Wilson, like she was on Yellowstone.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, y'all didn't.
Y'all bunch of weight now, though. Like.
Yeah, well, y'all didn't show the backside on Yellowstone, but it's like, oh, okay, she's got like a little Lopez thing happening down there.
Okay.
Yeah. I still don't know how Yellowstone Jimmy gets all the girls. Though. He's like the dopiest person, but
because
you know.
Because I will tell you why. Because Taylor Sheridan, is that who writes it?
Yeah.
He was a dorky kid and he writes all the shows. And so he wants the dorky kid to get all the girls because he didn't, and he's writing the show.
Okay. Well, I guess so, because Jimmy's like, seriously? Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy, like.
Yeah.
I know.
But, which I didn't realize, but Taylor Sheridan also did Bass Reeves. Did you know that? That's one of his shows, too. The Bass Reeves story, Long Range. Look, yeah, he did that one. So I'm about to watch that too because I get it free on Showtime, which I didn't know from Paramount Plus. So
I've
yeah,
never even heard of that show.
Guys.
Bass Reeves. He's the one the Lone Ranger was based off. He's a black ranger back in like 1860 something. But that's who the Lone Ranger was based off of because he had to wear a mask and stuff for his identity.
Mhm.
So I just finished watching Mayor Kingstown.
I've never watched that. I want to because I heard
it's
Jeremy
good.
Renner is so good on that.
It
Yeah, it
is
is good.
really good.
I watched it. She just finally watched it.
Well, I think we watched the first episode way back when, and then I was like, because Kyle Chandler Kyle Chandler is one of the actors, and he was in Friday Night Lights, and they were like, "Oh, he's in this show," and then the first episode they killed him.
Well, spoiled in case
Well, it's kind of late now. I mean, it's out of the bag.
It really isn't.
It's not. It's like
they can't people in.
And then I'm like, well, I don't like the games they're playing. They're trying to trick me to watch this show because of the marketing, and I'm out. And then I was like looking, and so I started. It's so.
Well, you should watch City on the Hill with Kevin Bacon too. That's another good one.
See, I'm not a big Kevin Bacon fan.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good in there. I mean,
I don't know. I just can't get behind him.
I got that on the list to watch. I just haven't watched it.
he plays one of those roles where you watch him and you get so into it. You're like, you're such a dick on this. So, like, you just like, because if you like Kevin Bacon before, they'll have you. It's like when Samuel L. Jackson was in Django. You just hated Samuel L. Jackson for playing that role, but he had to play the role. But it's just like,
never hated Samuel L. Jackson.
Have you seen Django? Have you seen Django? Have you seen Django?
No, I don't think
Probably
she.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see Django, it's like, what a prick. Like,
I don't know. I just don't think I just don't.
So Rod, did you and Dave notice when Todd got up, there was a creepy guy in the window peeping in on Shannon?
Well, he must have had a ladder. He tried really hard to get up here then because
There was some creepy guy with a beard and a bald head with a beige shirt on, like walking around in the window behind you. It was creepy.
They get the children of corn behind them too. So yeah,
it's kind of creepy when that happens.
That's a them problem, not a me problem.
Let me see some of these comments here. Brutal, bringing up Minhas any kind of live show is grounds for being booted from the show. I mean, yeah, everybody hates Minhas for the main point. It seems like you bring up Minhas with everybody's damn Western Canadian reviewer, and he just goes right off on a tangent about how bad Minhas is. So yeah. So
I gotta ask, like, what do we get in Canada that's Minhas?
I don't know what Dan had gotten at the time, but they're right there, like in the Wisconsin border, so they must be importing some stuff they're doing. Yeah,
because I mean I see her on Dragon's Den, but I have no idea what those beverages are.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, you have to see if like any of the stuff from Minhas coming in over there for sure.
The Beer
Joe
Patrol,
says, I'm here for
I am here all week. Try the veal, tip your servers. Oh, yeah.
So we need to get Joe up for the beer thing coming up because he's right
well,
there.
he's right there. He's right there.
Oh,
yeah.
who's Joe?
Yeah. Joe, the Beer Patrol. He's right there in Buffalo.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I told Joe about it too when we did the show and stuff that he was on. So yeah.
You might have.
I think if we're up in that area, he's going to come. He'll come across Niagara for sure. Yeah.
Joe doesn't know
for
yet.
Sure.
We're planning on stopping there when we're up that way just to see him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's no way I'm not gonna like Joe. The only person I want to
She wants to meet his dad.
She wants to meet Jack. She wants to meet Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to catch up. I would love to catch up with Jack again too when I'm up there. Yeah. Jack's cool. Beer Hound, we got Bill out in OC. Cheers, my friend. Greetings, Earthlings. Yeah, man, I need to find that Mocha IPA. I remember thoroughly dig. Yeah, it's a great beer. Stone brought it back. I don't know if Stone actually wanted to bring it back, or if their daddy, which is like one of the Japanese breweries, Kieran, I think now, that said, "Hey, you need to bring this back. You had good sales from this or whatever." So,
well, I haven't seen it in a while.
We need a poutine beer, baby. A poutine. Can we do a poutine beer?
Right.
Could you do a beer to capture poutine enough?
Potato, cheese, and gravy. How do you make that work?
If you fail, you fail big time with that. You fail big time.
But if you fail, it's either going to be an absolute epic win or an epic fail. And an epic
There's
fail
no middle
is
ground.
still an epic win.
That's a tap room only deal right there. Yeah.
Right. I got some friends at breweries, so we are all over that stuff. Yeah. I'm going to suggest that and figure out a way to make it happen.
Turn on what light there, DD? What light? They've been to Crust Brewing. Great beer. Have you been to
No,
Crust Brewing?
I've not been there out in Rosemont, and I need to get there and do like them and Short Fuse, which is right down the street. But no, I have not been to Crust. I used to live in Rosemont, but they opened up after I moved out and moved back to the city.
And Emerson, oh shit, Shannon's here. Hide the weed and poker chips. Hi, Shannon.
You can have the poker chips, but don't have the weed.
Every door opens to Snoop. Yeah. JV in the house. Cheers, JV. Great channel as well. If you haven't checked out JV, make sure to check him out. Great. If you love to like guitar play, JV does some great guitar covers on his channel for sure.
Sweet.
And he has, if you're a rock fan or any type of music fan, really, but he does a lot of the battle of different brackets. And he should be doing a March bracket live stream right now because of March Madness. But he always has bracket breakdowns of one band versus another on this channel.
Oh, is he the one that had like Queen and I think I watched that last year.
It was the whole Queen and the Beatles, and Blake was upset because everybody picked Queen.
Yes, I watched that. That was so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blake is still upset by that, by the way. He said hashtag Shannon rocks.
Thank you.
Anyone make
check out
any
that
bad?
channel for sure.
Yeah, definitely check out JV's Hangout. He's got the best McDonald commercial you've never seen.
Oh,
Really?
Jake, what bad life decisions did you make? Because we might be able to learn from what you did, so we don't do the same thing.
We all make bad life decisions at some point,
Yes,
right? Yeah, yeah.
Hear 'em so we don't repeat them.
Just subscribe to
Everybody else
JV.
is-
So
Me too.
There you go. Nice, nice. And was speaking of McDonald's, I need to get over and get a Shamrock Shake before they're going. I haven't had a Shamrock Shake in
So
March.
boring.
I like Shamrock Shake. You like Shamrock Shakes?
I mean,
I mean,
like,
our McDonald's never has any kind of milkshake, period. So I don't even know if they even
but
offer
honestly,
that or not.
if I'm gonna get a milkshake, it's not gonna be from McDonald's.
I mean, probably.
No, I mean I can get stuff from other places. I mean, actually, Short Ice Cream Roll, we got stuff in there from what's
It's
that
like
one ice cream? What's the one ice cream place with the soft ice cream?
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen?
No, not Dairy Queen, but they do the
Tasty
scraping.
Freeze?
They do the scraping.
Oh,
Cold
Cold
Stone.
Stone?
So we got some Cold Stone in and stuff right
Cold
now.
Stone.
Like,
So
it would take way too long.
yeah, I don't really need the Cold Stone stuff though. I mean, come on, I'm trying to
My
work out, but it tastes
favorite-
so good. It's like crack. It's like ice cream crack.
Right, I think we
I
had
worked
this
out.
conversation before, but you know, we talk about a lot of things over and over, like how do you pronounce pecan or pecan? We talk, and if Die Hard's a Christmas movie, so I don't feel so bad for bringing this up again. What's your one ice cream flavor? If you could only eat one ice cream ever again, what would it be? Flavor and where it's from.
Ooh, that's a tough question. Although I would say I've over the years, recently,
Of all time. Over the
I will
years,
say I have become more of a Cold Stone type fan versus Friendlies versus Dairy Queen versus some of the other ones out there.
yes.
And their I want to say it's cookie batter. It's pretty fucking delicious. So
So that's what you pick?
I think it was like the cookie batter, maybe. I like cookie dough too, though.
All right.
It's yeah, I mean, what? Did
I'm
you think I
not
was going?
judging you. I'm just,
Apparently, you
I
are
feel
because
like
you
you're
said
very
that's what you picked. So I feel like you are judging me by the way you responded to my answer.
Maybe a little.
She gave you like that Prince eye roll there too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I might be. I don't
She
think
gave me the
but
Regis
now
Philbin
that-
final answer.
I'm
Is that your
I'm
final
sorry,
answer?
I'm sorry. You get to pick. I'm sorry. Maybe I.
I'm
wasn't-
like, maybe not. Maybe not. If Shannon's going to judge me on it, maybe that's not my
I'm
answer.
sorry. I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
man.
I'm gonna go find a Cold Stone Creamery, and I'm gonna try that.
It's the batter one is pretty good. I'll give it to Dave and Ray so they can decide their ice cream.
Well, let me tell you. I mean,
Right.
we're spoiled up here in Canada because we got some great ice cream places up here. But I got to go back to real quick. You said pecan or pecan. My
Yes.
father-in-law used to say pickin'. He had a pickin' pie.
Really? Never
Uh,
heard of that one. Okay.
But so on that same note, I love from Kawartha Lakes Dairy their pralines and cream, or is it
Ooh.
pralines and cream?
I think he made that up.
I think pralines is pretty
Anybody
solid as
really
going with that.
try
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I've heard that. I've heard pralines and cream.
Well,
I've got some family down in Ohio, and they all say pralines and cream.
Oh.
Now I used to be through Ohio. I've
There you
never heard
go,
anybody
Rob.
say that, but yeah, that's
Now we
interesting.
On to
But then-
Cradle-
But then they all live in a place called Cuyahoga Lake, or they
Yes,
say Cuyahoga Lake.
Cleveland. That's Cleveland area.
Or
Oh,
Cuyahoga Falls.
they don't say Cuyahoga. That's what it's pronounced for
They
most
say
people.
Cuyahoga Falls, Cuyahoga Lake,
Hmm.
Cuyahoga Falls, or Cuyahoga Lake.
Interesting.
like
And they
Wow.
said pralines.
praline,
So,
pecans, and whatever the lake's called. That there's like 3
Whatever it's called.
And just peach.
I thought it was Cuyahoga, but yeah,
All
Yeah,
right.
they
But
all
we
said
got- we
Cuyahoga
got-
Falls.
we got
I
the
was like, what?
Monongalia River in between West Virginia and Pittsburgh, so people get confused on that too.
Well, it's kind
No,
of like up
we
here,
do.
Keep
up
up
here
with
Buffalo
Cowboy.
way. You got the Skidjackwada Expressway, and it goes to Cheektowaga and Lackawanna and all those places. So
Because a lot of these have like Native American names in a lot of these areas
100%.
from the tribes and stuff. Yeah. But
I-
Dave,
okay.
what's Dave's
I'd like
ice cream?
Dave for his ice cream.
I love coconut ice cream and like a good coffee ice cream.
Oh, here comes
Oh.
Joe's gonna pop back
Joe's
in
going to
now.
burst right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Joe's
There's like
gonna
a
pop
little
back in
local
any
spot
minute
by
now.
me.
Coconut.
If you
Yeah,
could
there's a
only
local
have
spot
one
by
ice
me
cream-
called Teddy's that has some great coconut ice cream. So
Oh,
big fan of coconut, and coffee would be like number 2 for me.
Well, Dave Z, if you could only eat one ice cream for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Coconut.
Coconut by who though?
It's a place called Teddy's. It's like a little local shop right down the street. They make all their stuff right there. So yeah, that's really good.
I love that.
that's cool.
I love
Can we
that.
blend 2 flavors into one? Just be
No,
like, it was the same
no.
place.
Coconut
Same
coffee.
spot.
I mean, you could.
Kuvi ice cream.
That's
Kuvi
not
ice
the
cream.
question.
No, Shannon's making the rules. You got to play by Shannon's
Apparently
rules.
so. I got-
Yeah.
apparently so.
Like, this is my question. If next question you want to ask, what's your favorite 2 flavors to blend together?
All right, Dave. Just you. My question is, what are your favorite 2?
No, no. What's your, what ice cream would you pick?
So we have a little ice cream place right down the street from us, Chillers. Probably I like their peanut butter chocolate ice cream.
Well, they have
No, it's
the
combined.
frozen yogurt.
It's combined. No, it's their ice cream. It's combined. I get their milkshakes sometimes.